It seems like every year there's that one. It seems like every year there's that one trailer that comes out that just gets everybody talking. Everyone starts sharing it, going, "Holy crap! Have you seen this?" Last year was the official trailer for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The year before that, it was the Comic-Con trailer for Mad Max Fury Road. You can trace it all the way back to like the year 2000. This year, it was a trailer for a movie that started off all nice and pretty, and you were thinking, "Oh, this could be a nice new kids movie." Oh, hell no. If you take your kids to this, you will scar them for life and you will be a bad parent. Word of notice. Sausage Party is written and produced by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, the two guys who have been responsible for Superbad, This Is the End, Pineapple Express, Bad Neighbors, you name it. They've come out with an animated film, which is the first ever R-rated animated movie. Just off the bat, that's already pushing the envelope way beyond what we've had before. Because usually animated movies are like something like Pixar or Ice Age, Shrek or Minions, Despicable Me. But now we have something insane. The movie stars Frank, who's voiced by Seth Rogen, a hot dog who longs to touch, to feel, to be inside his girlfriend Brenda Bunsen, who's voiced by Kristen Wiig, who is a hot dog bun. So there's already a couple of innuendos there, and they play into them in the movie a lot. Lots of sexual hints. Hints is actually an understatement. There are two characters who live in the supermarket with all this bunch of other food. All the food in this place is all anthropomorphic. They sing, they crack jokes, they swear a lot. Maybe a bit too much. That's what I thought about this movie, is that sometimes when the characters are swearing, it kind of gets tired after the first 30 minutes, like they were just trying to, use the R rating as much as possible. And I don't think it really flows that well. A little stilted, In something like Wolf of Wall Street, they say the most F words in any movie ever, but it doesn't feel like they're just saying it twice every single minute. Instead, it feels kind of natural, kind of feels in the story, in the moment. In Sausage Party, it doesn't feel like that. It just kind of feels like they were just doing it just because, hey, look, Reggie. Nonetheless, all the food thinks that humans are God. They call them the gods, and they hail them and want to please them. Everyone seems to be in sort of cult, I guess, of believing that humans are the gods, and that being chosen, put into a shopping cart, and taken outside, that's going to the great beyond, into heaven, basically. And everyone's thinking, oh my God, I want to be in the great beyond. I want to go to the great beyond. But guess what? Great Beyond is actually our homes, our kitchens. What we do to the food, they don't know about, but we do. And then you get to see it, their characters get to see it, and it's awful. And the thing about this movie is that the thing that kind of struck me is that in the trailers you see the food being taken up by this person in a kitchen, and she starts preparing it, but in horrible ways, by sticking her thumbs in the lettuce and ripping it apart, slicing the tomato, all this sort of stuff, which is horrible to the food. But that's only one scene in this movie. The majority of this film is actually set in the supermarket, which struck me as a little odd because I expected this movie to be set in someone's house, and when it wasn't, I thought, oh, okay, where are you going to go with this? They do go somewhere with it. By setting the movie mostly in the supermarket, you get to see more of the world and which food represents which races, creeds, colors, and yes, they go into it. This is something the most surprising. It's not the raunchy humor, it's not all the sexual content, it's actually the social commentary, which, yeah, I know, you're probably thinking, social commentary, really, in a Seth Rogen movie? But they go there. They make all the food as metaphors for different races, colors, and creeds of different people and how they all interact with each other. This movie actually provides a lot of deconstructions of fundamentalist religion and Judaism versus Islam and abstinence and all these different things that are so relevant today that they use food as metaphors for. And it actually works. It elevates this material far and above the usual juvenile comedy that we expect from Seth Rogen. And that lets the movie flow along until we get to the third act. The third act gets pretty ridiculous. There's a big fight sort of thing. Won't really spoil what it is, but that isn't the real crux of what is ridiculous about this movie. The real ridiculous part is what happens after this big climax. It is the most insane, horrible, shocking, yet probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a movie this year bar none. I can't tell you what it is, because when you go to see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It just breaks down every single barrier, every single taboo, basically, of what movies are allowed to show. And I was almost in tears of laughter, but also my mouth was agape of just shock. And that was the entire audience. We were laughing, but we're also like, oh my God, what the hell? Whoa, 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 Jesus Christ. In the end, Sausage Party is a bit of an uneven yet still fun, very enjoyable and extremely shocking and slightly disturbing animated movie that I don't think I'll ever forget. And I have to say that's definitely worth the ticket and the DVD. So Sausage Party, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it, and please tell me what you thought about the ending. I'd really like to know. Remember, push that little red button. Thank you for watching.